Is there any way to use promotions or discounts to um, attract leads without diminishing the perceived value of our service?
Fuck yeah, we're doing it right now. um, for us in Ohio, the shingle season's well, tomorrow's a high of 26. So our shingle season is really coming to an end. We will get weeks. I don't even want to say weeks. We will get days of shingle weather throughout the year, throughout the winter, December, January, February. We will get days, and we will shingle on those days. But we don't like to close shop ever. Like we definitely have a slow season, but we don't ever close the doors. And the way we do that is we sell metal. We don't push metal at all until really end of November, and then we start offering a discount. So we just offered a 5% discount. We did a Mailchimp campaign. We sent a Mailchimp to all of our existing customers. Hey, if you've got a quote with us for a metal roof, or you would like to consider a metal roof for your project, right now we are offering 5% off all existing and new quotes for metal through January 1st. And basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to sell, and I don't think that discounts our ability at all. I think people love an opportunity to get a little bit of a deal. It's not a huge discount. It definitely cuts into our margin a little bit because we do like actually discount it. It's not like we just mark it up 5% and then take off 5%. We don't do we do truly discount it,
Yeah.
but it gives us opportunity to generate revenue in months that typically we're not very busy. And we can keep our guys working, keep guys whole, and keep guys with money in their pocket, including the sales guys. So yeah, I think you absolutely can leverage discounts. We'll do it again in the spring. Let me take that back. This may potentially be the first spring we ever go into with a backlog.
Oh,
But yeah, because the dude, it's never this cold this early in the year. So if it stays this cold, we'll start spring with a backlog. We've never started with a backlog because our winters are just so mild. And we usually get like usually we shingle clear up till January. This year we had to shut shingling down a week ago. So we got a month worth of shingle work that is not being completed. But regardless, usually in the spring we'll run a season kickoff discount. Any quote, is good for 30 days. And usually we do it in March. So up to the end of March, we're going to discount you 5% off of that roof as long as you sign the contract by the end of March. That way, our March, April, May, we're really, really hammering down. And we try to create a backlog at that point. That way, going into May, June, July, we can start inching our pricing up and hitting those margins we actually, are striving to hit. You don't want to try to hit 40% gross margins when you have zero backlog. You want to get to that. I mean, in my opinion, that's to us, that's a high margin job. 30% is low, 40% is high. So we try to inch that up to 40% because of the backlog. We keep our guys working and kind of creep that margin up a little bit.
like it or not, roofing and so roofing is a commoditized service. And I think starting from that sort of accepting of that, because I see some guys are like, oh, well, if we do X, X, and X, then we won't be a commodity anymore. It's a commoditized service. Now, because it's commoditized service, that's why you should do everything that you've been talking about, the positioning your market, the education, all the manufacturer warranties, the how you structure, or not collecting deposits, all those things that add up that allow you to stand out and be a one of one in a commoditized market. But if you weren't a commodity in the first place, none of that would be necessary, right? Some offering that is not commoditized, they don't have to do anything to differentiate themselves, and so that happens as well. So, but that's a completely different type of business. It's exactly the same in the software space. Like CRMs are commoditized. Like there are plenty of different options. And so we have to, and so my whole point with all of that is I think that when you're providing a commoditized service, it is totally like you don't have to really worry too much about the discount making it seem more commoditized. Now, if you were in like a different type of like a non-commoditized service and you're putting discounts, yes, it's going to make you look more commoditized. But if you're already starting from a point where it's like you're in a commoditized service, then yeah, I think like you're saying, there's a huge advantage that you can get with some very genuine discounts that aren't just faked, and that can work in your favor.
Don't Renee's got a great question here, but don't do the alternative. Say that you're giving a discount and just mark them up and then discount it. Because one of my competitors got caught and completely called out on Facebook over this last year. They were offering free gutters with the installation of a new roof. So somebody had got a quote, their husband did. Well, then the wife called and said, "Hey, can I get a quote for this?" They go out, re-quote it. The price was even higher with the free gutters than it was when they had paid gutters the month before. So just keep it because the company didn't recognize it was a different salesperson or something went and did the job the second time. And
Yeah.
dude, they got busted and they got called out. And it's like, you don't want to do that. Like if you are going to offer a discount, back to what I said before, just be freaking honest. Just don't offer a damn discount if you're not going to cut them a break. Like it's either you're giving them a better deal or you're not. And it's fine if you're not. But don't say, because now you're a liar. And guess what? Liars get called out, especially on Facebook. So don't do that.
Yeah, and I mean that's not helping your trust score in the eyes of
No.
the
And it's a great idea, but as soon as you get caught, bad things are going to come your way.